ሰላም ተማሪዎች እንደምን አላችሁ? ዛሬ የ12ኛ ክፍል ኤክሰርሳይዝ derivatives using chain rule ይዤላችሁ መጥቻለሁ። ምክንያቱም አብዛኞቻችሁ chain rule ግልጽ አልሆነም ብላችሁ በጠይቃችሁ መሰረት let's try to do this exercise. In case of chain rule, that means we can express the given function as a composition of two or more functions. In that case, for the first equation, that is f of x equals to x plus 1 the power of 4, we can decompose this into two functions. That means let's say this is g of x is equals to, we can say this is x to the power of 4 and let it be h of x is equals to 2x plus 1, we can say. From this we can express this f of x as a form of what? Composition of g and h of x. This is equals to g of h of x, we can express as forms, which is equals, we call this is g at h of x. So to find this derivative we have such form. That means first we'll try to find the derivative of g at x, which is equals x to the power 4. That means reduce the power by 1 and make this power as a coefficient ማድረግ እንችላለን ብለን. So this is 4 times x to the power of 3 ሆነ. Similarly, and h derivative at x is equals to the derivative of 2x plus 1. It is linear, so it becomes 2. So finally, f derivative at x means what? Using chain rule or composition of function, that means g derivative at h of x times h derivative at x here one. So what for? G derivative at x is 4x cubed. So when say take x h of x instead of x h of x and sinus, this is 4 times h of x the power of what? The power of 3 times h derivative at x, that is 2. So what for? Which is equals 8 times h cube at x. Yeah, h of x cube ይሆናል ነው. This is equals 8 times h of x is what? That is 2x plus 1 ስላል this is equals 2x plus 1 the power of 3. This is the result that one. Derivative በዛ አይነት መንገድ ማሳየት እንችላለን. Similarly, when consider the second one, that means f of x is equals x cube plus 2x the power of 25. Again, we can say here also, let it be g of x is equals to x the power of what? 25 እንላለን or total power እንወስዳለን and let it be our h of x is equals to the inner one ውስጥ ያለው ስንወስድ this is equals x cube plus twice of x here ይሆናል። ስለዚህ g derivative at x ምን ይሆናል? እዚህ ጋር g derivative at x is 25 times x the power of 24 ይሆናል and at the same time h derivative at x h since it is polynomial ስለሆነ which is equals 3 times x the power of 2 plus 2 ይሆናል ማለት ነው. From this what for? That means f of x is equals to the composition of what? G and h of x ይሆናል, which is equals, we say this is g of h of x. What does imply? This implies f derivative at x means using chain rule this is equals g derivative at h of x times the derivative of h of x. After that we insert the derivatives that we obtained here. This is 25 times x to the power of 24 and h derivative at x, this is 3x squared plus 2. Insert this one. What for? G derivative not at x, instead h of x ነው የምንተካው ማለት x ቦታ, which is equals 25 times h of x, that is x cube plus 2x the power of ምን ይሆናል? This is 24 ይሆናል. ለምን የሆነ h of x ነው እንጂ x አይደለም. g derivative at h of x ስለሆነ የምንተካው h of x ን x ቦታ ስንተካ ምን ይሆናል? h of x the power of 24 ይሆናል. h of x the power of 24 ማለት h of x cube plus 2x ስለሆነ that means x cube plus 2x the power of 24 ይሆናል times what h derivative at x, which is equals x squared plus this is 2 ይሆናል. We can rearrange this if it is possible. This is equals 25 times it is 3x squared plus 2 times which is equals x cube plus 2x the whole the power of what? The power of 24 ይሆናል። ስለዚህ በዛ አይነት መንገድ using chain rule you can find derivative of different functions or different composition function derivative በዛ አይነት መንገድ ማግኘት እንችላለን ማለት ነው. Let us continue to the next one. It says f of x is equals the square root of x squared plus 1 over x squared ይላል. Square root ስለሆነ again we can say here is let as we did before, this is g of x is equals to the square root of them. Yes, this is square root of x we can say, and this is h of x is equals to x squared plus 1 over x squared. After that, we'll try to find derivative of them. This means g derivative at x is equals to what form? 1 over 2 times the square root of x noble. And at the same time, what about h derivative at x? h derivative at x, which is equals በሌላ አነጋገር x squared plus 1 over x squared means which is equals x squared plus x the power of negative 2 ብለን ኤክስፕረስ ማድረግ እንችላለን። So h derivative at x which is equals to 2x, the derivative of this is the first one. The second one, which is equals minus twice of x minus 2 minus 1, it becomes minus 3. It is minus 3. If you want, you have to make this as formula or write as a formula. This is 2x minus 2 over what? X cubed. After that, what form? F derivative at x means using chain rule. This is g derivative at h of x times h derivative at x. Lemon f of x means is equals go x since f of x is equals to go of x. Yes, by chain rule apply we can find the derivative, which is equals what g derivative at h of x means what? What is 1 over 2 times the square root of what? H of x times h derivative at x. What for? This is equals to 2x minus 2 over x cubed here. After that, we will try to simplify this one. This is equals to its common is which is equals 1 over 2 times the square root of x squared plus 1 over x squared here times we can't take 2 common. This is 2 into x minus 1 over x cubed. We cancel this 2 by 2. What remains? This is 2 by 2. What remains? Which is equals x minus 1 over x cubed divided by what? The square root of x squared plus 1 over x squared. We can express such for the derivative of this f of x is equal to the square root of x squared plus 1 over x squared becomes this one. ስለዚህ ምንም የሰራነው ነገር የለም። chain rule apply በማድረግ we can find derivative of any composition function. We call composition function. Let us continue to the next one. It says what? F of x is equals 1 over 3x plus 2. We can express this as a formula since 1 means what? We make the same. That means the same is ማድረግ ስለምንችል 3x plus 2 the power of 0 divided by this one is 3x plus 2 the power of what? That is 2 here. So we can take this exponent since we make this the same base ladder. We can take this to the numerator which is equals 3x plus 2 the power of what? The power of negative 2. It says 0 minus 2, that is negative 2. After that, we'll try to apply chain rule. As we said before, let's say let here is g of x is equals to x the power of negative 2 and let it be h of x is equals to 3x plus 2. What does imply? This implies that what is g derivative at x? G derivative at x which is equals negative 2 x the power of negative 3 ምን ብለናል? ፓወሩን ኮኤፊሽንት አድርገን again the power reduced by 1 ስላል negative 2 minus 1 it becomes negative 3 and at the same time h derivative at x is equals to ምን ይሆናል? This is equals to x 1 power ስላለው 3 times 1 3 ይሆናል x the power of 1 minus 1 ስንቀንስ ደግሞ 0 ይሆናል and constant 2 ስለሆነ derivative of constant 0 ብለናል. This implies that what is f of x? This show that f of x is equals to go of h of x which is equals g of h of x ይሆናል that since it is composition function. What does imply? This implies that f derivative at x is equals to derivative of g at h of x times the inner one, that means h derivative at x here. This implies which is equals what is g derivative at h of x? Derivative of g negative 2 times h of x the power of negative 3 times h derivative at x, that is 3, which is equals negative 2 times 3, that is negative 6 times what about h of x? H of x means this is 3x plus 2 the power of negative 3 or this is equals negative 6 divided by 3x plus 2 the power of what? The power of 3 በዚህ አይነት መንገድ መግለጽ እንችላለን። So this is the derivative of our function f of x is equals to 1 over 3x plus 2 the whole square. This is the derivative of our function. ስለዚህ we apply what? Chain rule ነው apply ያደረግነው በዚህ አይነት መንገድ ማሳየት እንችላለን። Let us continue the last one from the given exercise. And let f of x is equals 3x minus 5 over 2 minus 7x the power of 6. Again, here we have we can say this is let g of x is equals to x to the power of what? X to the power of 6 እናደርጋለን the whole system the power of 6 and what for h of x is equals to let g of x is equals x to the power of 6 and h of x is equals to 3x minus 5 over 2 minus 7x. After that, to apply this composition or chain rule, let's try to find the derivative of g at x. Derivative of g at x, this is x 6 times x to the power of 5. Derivative of g at x is equals 6 times x to the power of 5 and in case of derivative of h at x, we apply what? Quotient rule apply እናደርጋለን. Derivative of numerator times denominator minus numerator function times derivative of denominator the whole divided by the square of the denominator እንወስዳለን. This means 3x minus 5, we can express this derivative of this times what? This is 2 minus 7x minus 3x minus 5 times what? Derivative of 2 minus 7x is derivative the whole system divided by the square of the denominator. Denominatorችን ማለት 2 minus 7x ስለሆነ 2 minus 7x derivative no square 2 minus 7x the whole square እናደርጋለን. When you come to here part 4, this means 3x minus 5 derivative ነው 3 ስለሚሆን which is equals 3 into minus 7x minus derivative of 2 minus 7x ምን ይሆናል negative 7 ይሆናል. So negative it becomes ምን ሆነ ማለት 7 ሆነ ማለት 7 into 3x minus 5 divided by this is divided by 2 minus 7x in square እናደርጋለን. Then distribute this 3 times 2 which is equals 6 minus 3 times negative 7 that is 21x plus 7 times 3x that is 21x minus 7 times 5 that is 30 divided by the whole system which is equals 2 minus 7x the whole square. When you come to here, what for? This is 6 minus 21x plus 21x. This becomes 0. 6 minus 35 which is equals negative 29 divided by this is 2 minus 7x the whole square here. H derivative here. After obtaining this, we can perform what? Composition rule apply. Let of x ምንድነው apply ያደረገው? Quotient rule. ለምን? It is expressed as a form of rational function express ስለተደረገ ምን አደረግን? Quotient rule apply ያደረግን to find its derivative ለማግኘት ማለት ነው. After that, we apply that this f of x. This our f of x is equals to the whole of x ይሆናል which is equals g of h of what does imply? This implies that f derivative at x ማለት using chain rule g derivative at h of x times h derivative at x ይሆናል ማለት. Then what for? We say that g derivative at x this means 6 times x to the power of 5 ስለሆነ instead of x h of x ስለምንወስድ ምን ይሆናል? 6 times h of x በx ቦታ h of x ስለምንወስድ ምን ይሆናል? 6 times h of x the power of the power of 5 h derivative at x. What is h derivative at x? ማለት negative 29 over 2 minus 7x square ስላል we take that. This is equals negative 29 over 2 minus 7x this one square. When you come to here, what for? This is equals to 6 times negative 29 times h of x the power of 5 means what is h of x? h of x አችን ብለናል. Let h of x is this one. So this is equals 3x minus 5 over 2 minus 7x the whole the power of what? Power of 5 እንወስዳለን times this is 1 over 2 minus 7x the power of what? 2 ይሆናል this one. After that we take the product of this. This means 6 times 9 that is 54. We have 4 and remaining 1. 6 times 2 that is negative 12. Negative 12 of 5. This is negative 17. 1 7. This is negative 174 times what for? This is equals 3x minus 5 the power of 5 divided by which is equals 2 minus 7x the power of what? The power of 5 times here is 1 over 2 minus 7x the power of what? That is 2 in order this one. After that, when express this as forms which is equals negative 174 times 3x minus 5 the power of 5 divided by 2 minus 7x the power of 5. Here is 2 minus 7x the power of 2 ስላለን አንድ አይነት ቤት ስላላቸው we take what? The sum of the exponent እንወስዳለን. This means 2 minus 7x, the power of what? 5 plus 2, that is 7. So we can express the derivative of our function f of x is equals to 3x minus 5 or 2 minus 7x in that forms, in this form. So the derivative looks like this. derivative በዚህ አይነት መንገድ ማግኘት ይቻላል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ በተመሳሳይ if we express any function f as a form of go of x, this implies that f derivative is equals at x is equals to g derivative at h of x times h derivative at x. Similar, if I have f which is a composition of three functions, sorry, g of, h of, and let's say m of x, we can say this. So compose now, this means f derivative at x, we can extend that one. Composition function to function. The composition of two functions, we can extend to 3, this one, or n. This implies that g derivative at what? Home x times h derivative at mx times m derivative at x. Here you know, we can find such forms. Let's say መንገድ ማግኘት እንችላለን ማለት ነው። ደሪቬቲቭን በዚህ አይነት መንገድ ማግኘት እንችላለን። So when we use chain rule, we will try to derive the composition function. Composition function derivate ማድረግ ማለት ነው። መጀመሪያ ፈንክሽናችን g derivate አድርገን at h of x እናደርጋለን። then h of x derivate at x በማድረግ chain rule apply ማድረግ we can find derivative of any function ማግኘት እንችላለን። ስለዚህ ማንኛውም ጥያቄ ልክ chain rule ግልጽ አልሆነልንም እንዳላችሁት ማንኛውም ጥያቄ ካላችሁ ኮሜንት ላይ ማስቀመጥ ትችላላችሁ። ቻናሉንም ሼር፣ ላይክ እና ሰብስክራይብ ማድረጋችሁን አትርሱ። መልካም ጊዜ እንደሆነላችሁ እመኛለሁ። ባይ ባይ።